Tzu Chi has inspired local farmers to donate rice into a rice bank for impoverished people in Myanmar. Marine experts develop a new machine to collect waterborne garbage from local harbors. I'm Sean Scanlon. This is DaAi Headlines. Villagers in a small village in Myanmar have been inspired by Tzu Chi to donate rice into rice banks to help people in need. And because they receive rice from Tzu Chi and grow it, their harvests are improving year after year.
Tzu Chi distributes rice seeds and fertilizer to the farmers of Shuan Nang Ground village in May, so they did not need to borrow money.
We're delighted with Tzu Chi's donations because we don't have to spend money to buy the fertilizers and the rice seeds.
To increase their harvest, Tzu Chi volunteers invited the Agriculture Bureau of Tai Ki Township to teach farming skills to the villagers. They first teach farmers how to use the tractors to cultivate the land and utilizing seeding machines to plant seed.
The farmers used to spray the seeds by hand, but now we teach them to use machines so they can reduce their cost.
There are two ways to plant the seeds. One is to seed directly. For an acre of land, it can save 1.5 baskets of seeds. The second way is by man. It can prevent pesticides, allow more easy fertilization, and also better air circulation.
The farming tools will be convenient for the farmers to quickly plant 5 acres of land just one day.
The rice can be harvested in 120 days. Tzu Chi provided harvesters to the farmers, so it can help farmers to lay the rice out on the dry land for drying.
It's about the same as last year's harvest, but it was more costly last year. Tzu Chi's love and care allowed us to have the harvest today, and the harvesters provided by Tzu Chi also allowed us to harvest them quickly. After we receive the seeds from Tzu Chi, we'll share them with other villagers.
Last year, 1 acre got me about 60 baskets of rice. I think I could have 80 baskets this year. Tzu Chi has given us so much help. We never had such a good harvest. I also want to thank the Bureau for its help.
The rice seeds donated by Tzu Chi grow quite well. They benefit our village very much.
With more machines being used in farming, this village will become more self-sufficient. The villagers will continue donating rice to help needy people. They want to turn their village into a model village.
Laos suffered severe floods this year, with Tzu Chi volunteers visiting in November to carry out an initial evaluation and distribution. Recently, Tzu Chi volunteers have now visited once again to distribute rice and rice seeds. To show their appreciation, locals welcomed the volunteers with a special ceremony.
Tzu Chi volunteers from 5 countries arrived in Savanakte province, a severely disaster-flooded area, to bring people rice. Every white bag contains 20 kilograms of rice, and every yellow bag contains rice seeds. Tzu Chi's distribution is different from the past when goods were given by the government. Tzu Chi volunteers will personally hand over every bag of rice and rice seeds to locals. In this temple, people host a dignified ceremony to show their appreciation, tying on every volunteer a piece of cloth on their waist, cotton threads on their hands, and an egg. They want to give their best wishes to the volunteers. Floods in September destroyed a dam and submerged their farmland, so the farmers felt they would not have any harvest next year, or they could not eat any white rice. Tzu Chi volunteers came in November to evaluate their conditions and came again in December for the first distribution. Over 10,000 families received relief goods, and their receipts also allowed them to get their goods 1 week later. Before the distribution, the volunteers go to factories to make sure the rice is top quality.
很饱满的哦，每一颗都有，已经发芽了，有可能是已经也泡了水。
The Laos military helps transport the rice imported from Thailand. Every bag of rice is top quality.
没有分掉的都是
没有黑掉的。
对，完全是很好的。
The Chinese squad and local Chinese are enthusiastic about helping out at the distribution by translating.
After we go to a place, a Tzu Chi seed will grow. It's not just Tzu Chi volunteers. This is what we expect the most, and it's the local volunteering with us. This will make us the most happy.
Tzu Chi plans to distribute a total of 381 metric tons of rice and 280 metric tons of rice seeds at 5 locations, so the locals can have a wonderful new year.
In Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers have long cared for an Indian family whose husband had diabetes. Even after the husband passed away, volunteers continue to visit and care for this family, showing they will always be cared for.
My name is Amuda Subramaniam. I'm 51 years old. So I'm single mother. I have 2 children.
Originally a family of 4, there are only 3 people in Amuta's family now, and thus begins how Tzu Chi volunteers came into their lives.
Beginning since my husband get diabetes, and then he got other disease like kidney failure, and then his leg already fractured. Because my husband need to get dialysis that time, so after that he want to go to hospital, so we have to assist him. So that time he need anybody to beside him. So not enough money lah. That time also my house also facing the lelong. Very difficulty lah for me. Very sad also. I don't know how to say lah because I'm very sad lah.
2013年的时候，我们开始接手这个个案呢，关怀这一
We began caring for this family in 2013, and it went on for about 5 or 6 years. They fell into poverty because of the husband's medical needs, and Amutha stopped working because she needed to take care of her husband. Without an income, they quickly went through their savings. The husband's condition worsened and passed away in January of this year.
他先生因为当时他的情况很不乐观啊，在今年1月6号的时候，他就往生了。
When he going passed away, that time I alone, so that's why I call them lah. So they already say anytime anything you call us, we will be there for you. I'm so happy also even though my husband not alive, but they are still come and visit me like a family member lah.
Sister, this one since I know you saying they are going to do Morocco, so I buy you peanut oil lah. So that
Amutha made some Indian snacks to raise funds for charity as a way to repay Tzu Chi's love.
financial support.
This is no longer a financial support case. For then our visits is worth so much more than financial help we provide. That's what she told us.
$100是他这样和我们说。
The emotional support from Tzu Chi has encouraged Amutha to learn how to sew, so that she may also find her confidence once more.
之前我们有鼓励他们，就是说。
We encourage her to learn how to sew to help bring in income. Sister Caifeng is quite skilled on the sewing machine, so she has taught her.
好，然后过后他有时常教他这样子。
Tzu Chi care recipient Miss Lin has to take care of her paralyzed mother and 3 children. Her health is dilapidated and its roof leaks, but she cannot afford the repair expenses. Upon learning of her situation, Tzu Chi volunteers mobilized to repair her house.
The sound of an electric screwdriver means this family in Pingdong no longer have to worry about their roof leaks.
This family live in a house that is not big. It is dilapidated and the roof leaks. After assessing the condition, the volunteers decided to repair the house for her.
今天早上8点半，慈济的
At 8:30 in the morning, Tzu Chi volunteers include Tzu Chi brothers and uncles, and the both came to help out. Thank you, Tzu Chi volunteers.
After repairing the old house, the volunteers pasted a spring couplet and celebrated the housewarming.
要照顾3个孩子，又要照顾这前。
She has to take care of 3 children and her paralyzed mother. She's truly a strong woman. Therefore, we should encourage her.
好像在这有慈济的师姐。
Fortunately, Tzu Chi sisters came to encourage me, so I'm not by myself.
谢谢慈济，感恩。
After repairing the house, the volunteers will continue to accompany this family, providing them with love and warmth.
A group of graduates from National Taiwan Ocean University initiated an experiment to help clean up the garbage floating in harbors at the end of 2016. On average, 242 pieces of garbage can be recovered in a day.
These crews of these foreign fishermen eat a bento and just dump it into the harbor. They throw in plastic bags and everything. This is the reason why it is very dirty.
40 years ago, in order to relieve the throughput of Zhengbing Fishing Port, the government built the Baodaozi Fishing Port, which is still the most important fishing port in northern Taiwan. However, oil and garbage floating on the sea have disrupted the scenic fishing port.
Trash is just thrown over there. There are no trash cans. Some when they eat at sea just throw things overboard because it is inconvenient.
The fishermen which listen to us will take home the garbage and put it in the garbage trucks for disposal. But most fishing boats do not listen to us. So I would say that most just throw the garbage in the ocean.
Fish in the harbor eat the rubbish left by the crew, and the fishermen on shore have to endure floating rubbish.
Although it's not only oil, it is also dirty with styrofoam.
Three women in their early 30s are all graduates from National Taiwan Ocean University.
Because we're studying marine science, but we actually have not done any work for the ocean. One day we found that garbage was accumulating and no one was cleaning it away. Why don't we try to make a machine to clear it up in the simplest possible way?
In the end, these ideas were transformed into a Lego prototype.
When the pump sinks in water, the garbage will follow the flow of water and enter this garbage concentration area. At this time, the belt will turn and the garbage will be lifted from the water, which will return and the garbage will be sorted, and we can drop it off on land, completing the cleaning of ocean garbage.
This machine not only received an ROC patent, but is also the first environmental monitoring system in the world to use IoT to collect garbage. As long as the IoT system detects that the basket is full of garbage, it will notify the manager's mobile phone.
It's actually the kind of garbage that just fell into the sea. It doesn't look like it has been damaged by the sun.
Usually our garbage will be divided into PET bottles, and there are many types of them. In fact, the most common thing we see are plastic bags for food.
The garbage is mainly associated with the people's daily life, which is just thrown into the ocean and sometimes even mixed with human feces.
We collect about 8 kilograms a day in the spring, and in the summer about 12 kilograms a day.
Carefully recording the size and weight of each piece of garbage collected, this project has been implemented since the end of 2016. Current statistics show that an average of 242 pieces of garbage can be collected daily. The team's ideal is to set up these garbage collection machines in fishing ports across Taiwan, carefully processing all items that can be recycled.
Everyone should have this kind of environmental protection concept and pack the garbage by themselves. Then, for example, no one will throw it in the harbor, reducing this type of pollution.
The concept of this garbage collection machine can help clean up harbor garbage, but to have the environment concept will return the original blue color of our ocean. The second annual Youth Public Welfare Realization Program involves 10 teams specially selected to uncover their true potential. Some combine architectural skills, while another group are cancer patients using music to follow their dreams.
This group is called We Are All Ill. It is formed by 4 young people and 3 of them have cancer, but they do not submit to their disease. They make posters and videos to interview other cancer patients so the public can know them better.
More and more young people are suffering from cancer, and many of them are not married, or are just married, or just had kids. They may have mortgages or car loans. So we noticed that these young people are very lonely and decided to gather them together so we can do something for them. And we have done a lot of gatherings online and offline.
Many materials can be used repeatedly, so why should we discard the cargo containers after we use them only once?
These designers saw the dark side of the industry, so they decided to collect discarded cargo containers and turn them into items to be used in emergency relief.
We bring them to a disaster area and assemble them. After the survivors have rebuilt their houses, they can take apart the cargo containers very quickly and move them to another location to build them for another group of people who need help. The interiors of these cargoes can be made according to their needs.
All these previously mentioned groups were chosen from the over 200 teams who participated in the second annual Youth Public Welfare Realization Plan. The plan has ended after 1 year, but these young people are striving for sustainable development.
With respect to sustainable development, there will be more possibilities in the future. They can either make connections with society or find ways to continue their operations in more sustainable ways. They might even think about connecting or cooperating with our 4 major missions.
These young people widen their vision to bravely pursue their dreams so they can turn public welfare into reality.
To celebrate the 30th anniversary of Jingsi aphorisms, Tzu Chi has held a series of events, with one such event in Sanzhong, attracting 2,300 people. The celebration was quite touching and brought many people together.
The drum team entertains the audience as Jingsi aphorism is now celebrating 30 years. Tzu Chi volunteers present these aphorisms in a different way during the anniversary celebration by sharing it through sign language. Meanwhile, a singer on stage turned aphorism into song, spreading kind words and the virtue of good deeds to the audience.
Today I've reviewed Jingsi aphorisms once again. There's a saying about the great spirit of love which says, "There's no one in the world that I don't love. There's no one in the world that I don't trust. There's no one in the world that I can't forgive." These 3 sentences help me the most and is also the area I need to learn from the most.
The Tzu Chi Performers Association presented the virtue of Jingsi aphorism with real-life stories through drama on stage.
There were many songs that were originally written in Jingsi aphorisms, so today this event not only involves musical performances, but also a combination with humanitarianism and drama performances. We hope to convey the wisdom of these aphorisms in a friendly way to our audiences.
Many art groups joined the event on this day, and the wisdom of Master Chen Yan's Jingsi aphorism is everywhere. It was the 30th anniversary of Jingsi aphorisms, and Tzu Chi wishes to spread them to more people and make more good friends through these events.
Silicon Valley has a high-tech industry that is the pride of the world. But the richer it is, the more hidden areas there are. Tzu Chi volunteers have been providing food to school children and families in need.
We are living in one of the richest cities in the United States. All the high-tech workers who living 5 miles from this community does not know what other community is suffering from this booming economy. So that's why we established this program. Before the food pantry program, we're not in the community weekly. They sort of afraid of us initially because they don't know who we are. They only probably hear about Tzu Chi from their kids in school.
Originally, the kids at school didn't have breakfast, and so that's kind of actually how it started.
We start showing up every single week. The residents start to know us, to know what we are doing, and that is kind of the bridge to getting to know the resident more and kind of establish the trust between the resident and Tzu Chi.
I got 3 kids, and the food bank is very important because, like, a lot of people's on a fixed income here, and they're trying to cut the food stamps. At least we got food pantries we can go to and get the stuff that we can.
今天准备煮那个面条了，我女儿最喜欢吃煮那个面条。
因为我们的收入低，有了这个些食物啦，就帮助我们
省了很多钱。
省了很多钱。
吃这个红萝卜很健康的，特别是炖女人啊，不要那么咸。阿红呢，就是我来到这里以后，就是下面拿这个食物的时候，看大家是唐人嘛，就讲话，讲了就是好朋友了。
我刚来的时候住在唐人家，做的工资都是很少。以前我们住的房子没有这么大，3个人住，没有厕所，没有厨房，什么都没有。哇！我一講我都安樂在做。
就是很自然，我也會。
现在呢，拿了，在这个社区拿了屋子，心里呢，我不知道在干嘛，
慢慢讲。
心里呢踏实了很多。
今天我们就吃这个鸡蛋。
好了，我们吃早餐。现在好像好姐妹一样，有什么都可以，你帮我，我帮你，是吧？
好吃啊，好吃。
很好吃。
你放这个盐了，放得刚刚好。
I really like it they are serving this community because some people they really need help, feel happy to help people.
So that's why we established this program, not just trying to help this community, but hopefully this is a good pilot program that we can extend to not just in San Francisco, but in the whole Bay Area.
Indonesian Mother's Day is December 22nd. Tzu Chi Primary School had a special event with students taking the stage to show their love. We leave you with this. Goodbye.